G'day everyone, Matt from Market 66 here again. Today we're going to be doing a spatchcock chicken on the flipping grate, which is a really great way to do chicken. So first off, what is a spatchcock chicken? Why is it different to butterfly and when would we use it? Well, first off, a spatchcock is essentially where we're removing the spine of the chicken so that we can open it up and lay it out flat. In a butterfly, it's generally assumed that the meat's boneless, so you're essentially flaying the meat and opening it up. And so each side sort of represents the wings of a butterfly. And when do we spatchcock? Well, really it's going to make you cook a lot faster, but it's also a really great way to cook chicken, especially when you're doing it over open flames like we're going to be doing today. So let's get into it and have a look at how we're going to spatchcock this chicken. All right, today we're using a Waitoa free range chicken. It's just a plain chicken and we're going to flavour it ourselves. Okay, so what we're going to do is we place our chicken breast side down with the spine running along the back here. And the really best thing to use here is a pair of scissors. You could use a sharp knife, but I just think for handling scissors is a little bit easier. And we're just going to cut up each side of the spine here. It can be a little bit tricky. You are cutting through some bone here. And the same on the other side. Now, if there are any innards in there, you can pull them out at this stage as well. Right, now that we've removed that, we're just going to turn our chicken over. Lay it out flat, and then you just need to give it a bit of a push with the palm of your hand. And then we have our spatchcock chicken. Okay, the tool we're going to be using to cook today, the flipping grate, is going to help keep the bird in shape. But if you were just cooking it on a grill and you wanted to hold its shape, you could put some skewers through the legs and into the breast. We won't need that today. Okay, so now we're going to season the chicken. And all I'm going to do is just get a little splash of olive oil here. And just coat the chicken in that. And then the rub that I've got here today is a salt and pepper rub with a little bit of lemon in it as well, which is really nice on chicken. You can see those nice little grains of pepper there. This is a really tasty rub. Okay, so we're going to let this sit here for a little bit, and while we do that, let's go check out the flipping grate and get the barbecue going. Okay, the flipping grate is a great bit of kit for cooking all sorts of things over an open flame. So there's two basic parts to the flipping grate. You've got the base down here, and you can see this just sits around where the mounts for your grate would normally sit. This particular size is made for a 57 centimetre kettle, but they do come in other sizes as well. This post does fold down for easy storage. Okay, and the second part is the grate where we're going to put our chicken. So we take the top off, place our chicken or whatever you're cooking in, and it just sits in there. Okay, so all that's left to do is put this on the post, and you can adjust the height on this thing really easily. And as the name suggests, we can flip the grate. And this way we can easily get some direct heat on both sides of whatever you're cooking. Alright, so let's light this thing up and get our chicken on. Right, when I light this up with a flipping grate, I'll pour a chimney of hot charcoal on the bottom as a base, and then from there, our heat source is purely from a wood fire. So the charcoal is really there just to get that wood going. Beyond that, I stick with wood because you've got maximum airflow here, and if you're using solely charcoal, you're just going to burn through it too quickly. And also cooking on open flame with a wood fire, I mean, you can't really beat it. And then from here, I'll chuck on my smoking wood. Today I'm using oak, but you can use whatever the smoking wood that you have available to you. We chuck a couple of sticks on, and we get that fire going. Right, so while we're waiting for that fire to really take, We've got our chicken in our flipping grate here. We'll chuck the top on. And that's now ready to go on. Right, another thing I'm going to do while the chicken's cooking is I'm going to chuck some potatoes on. And it's just the classic potatoes wrapped in tin foil and put on the fire. I'm not going to do anything with these. These are just fresh potatoes. They haven't been boiled or anything beforehand. I'm just going to place them in my tin foil here, just a couple at a time, a little drizzle of olive oil, and a little bit of my rub as well. We're going to wrap these up and chuck them on the fire. Alright, we can see that fire's really starting to keep going now. So we're going to chuck our chicken on here. And I'll chuck my potatoes on. Okay, we're about 45 minutes in. I have flipped it around once, but we'll flip it over again and have a bit of a look. One thing just to point out with these flipping grates is if you got them, it's nice to wear a pair of cotton gloves when you're flipping them. You can get a bit of heat transfer that comes down the handle. Right, so we're looking pretty good. Some nice colour there. We'll keep it on for a bit longer. And we'll rotate our potatoes as well while we're here. Right, it's just a touch over an hour now since our chicken's gone on. Now, one indication that I'm sure we're all familiar with that a chicken is done is when you probe it and you've got the clear liquid that comes out. If you do want to run to temperature, anything above 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius, you're going to be done. Let's give it a probe and have a look though. You can see we've got some nice clear juices coming out there. She's looking really good. All right, I think we're going to get this thing off the heat now. We'll take it inside and get it ready to serve. So there we go, a wonderful spatchcock chicken over open flames. It's beautiful. You can see these potatoes here have cooked beautifully. Got some butter and some fresh herbs on there. All right, let's have a look at this chicken. Look at that, juicy as, so you can see that juice coming out there. Beautiful, tender and moist. These Waitoa free range chickens are really good. Look at that. You'd eat that for dinner. Beautiful. All right, there you have it. It's a really great way to cook chicken and it's really hard to beat cooking over open flames. Hopefully you guys learned something today. If you enjoyed the video, give us a subscribe so you can keep up with all our content. And in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy some chicken. Cheers. And it's really as simple as that. Right, the second part of the flipping grate is the grate where we're holding our meat. And this is a really neat little Oh, that's making me mad.